mother. Are you ready for another movie review? I am. I'll make the first bad pun of the video. Good time is a good time. Ah yes, Robert Pattinson. Somewhere between time after the Twilight Saga and sometime before the Batman. I guess he has made it known that he can transform into a role. I enjoyed him as the Batman. I never really got into the Twilight series. I watched them all. My dad, R.I.P. Pops, he loved those fucking movies. I thought that was kind of ridiculous, but hey, you like what you like, you know? He also has a very interesting role in a very interesting movie called Devil All the Time. If you've seen that movie, that's an interesting role to take on, you know? But nonetheless, I watched Good Time and I was pleased. I was baffled by the ending, but I also understood the meaning of it. So if you guys are ready, let's break this baby down. So welcome back to Lost Edge TV. I'm Ray. This film is brought to you by A24 or A24. Me myself, I am a huge fan of A24 or A24. I love almost all their movies. They have just such a specific style that's just so different and so eerie. Like when an A24 movie comes on, you know it's A24 most of the time. They got some fucking bangers. Talk to Me, Hereditary, Midsommar, It Comes at Night. The list goes on and on and on. So when I saw this with Robert Pattinson, I was like, alright, let's do this. Robert Pattinson plays a character called Connie. The movie revolves around Connie and his younger brother named Nick. Nick has social and mental impairment, so he is court-ordered to go to a psychiatrist. Now the movie starts out with this sequence, and Connie, which is Robert Pattinson's character, his older brother comes in, he's like, fuck this, let's go. It isn't any secret from the very beginning that Connie is not the best person to look up to as a brother. And he kind of takes advantage of Nick. For example, the first thing that they do is rob a bank. Now, when I watched this bank sequence, I was like, okay, they're really smart for this, this, and this. They are not smart for this, this, and this. Let me explain. They come in wearing a mask, and I'm pretty sure that the mask comes from a CFX mask, I'm pretty sure. Like, I've seen that mask multiple times before. It's like really high quality silicone mask that form to your face. You know, you can talk and it moves. You've seen them all the time. But one smart thing they do is they never talk. Genius idea. They are always writing things down. Hey, this is a robbery. Go get my motherfucking money. I want $65,000 in cash. You're like, hurry up. You're watching the time. And so far, this is a pretty decent bank robbery. But my biggest red flag when the teller ran out of money in her drawer is she went to the vault. And you know damn well when they do that, that money has dye packs in there. And that's exactly what happens later. But we'll get to that. I just thought that was a stupid fucking decision. Like, you was going strong, but the biggest thing you should have worried about, you're just like, fuck it, let's run with it. So they go into an alleyway, they ditch their clothes, they ditch the mask, and actually one of the directors played Nick. It's played by Benny Safdie. So they get an Uber, they're looking at the money, and of course, like I said, the dye pack explodes. So they're covered in this fucking red fucking dye. The driver freaks out, they run into this bathroom in this restaurant that's not for the public, but they go in there anyway. He hides the money up there, they wash off, change all their clothes. And Benny Safdie does a phenomenal job portraying a mentally impaired person. Like the younger brother, you can just tell, like, it's the small things. Like when they're trying to take the mask off in the alleyway, he's like freaking out. He doesn't know how to do it. It's like, it's hot. And Connie has to legit show him like, hey, take 5 fingers here. Key moments when they freak out. And sometimes Connie soothes that, but most of the time he's like, shut the fuck up. You're not gonna do it. Be a man. Come on. He's like really stern with him. But soon they are caught by police. They attempt to evade. Connie gets away. Nick does not. And now this is the main premise of the story here. Connie is trying to raise $10,000 so he can post bail for his younger brother Nick. And the first thing he does is he goes to his girlfriend. And Connie legitimately takes advantage of everybody. Everybody in his life, everybody in this movie is just another obstacle to him. So they're at the bondsman place. But it turns out the girlfriend's mother had canceled the card. They have a freak out. Connie doesn't know what to do, but he soon finds out that Nick got into a fight while he was in jail, and he got beat up pretty fucking bad. So he got sent to this hospital, Elmhurst, where Connie does the unthinkable. He breaks his brother out of protective custody from the law enforcement and escapes the hospital. Now Connie, he's all bandaged up. He's unconscious. He can't speak. So he's just rolling this man around in a wheelchair until they find a bus outside. There was this nice old lady named Annie, which was trying to make small talk with him, so they get off a few blocks down from where they did. and they find Annie's house. Hey, oh my God, we're locked out. Can we please stay with you for now? My brother's hurt. He needs to get warm. It's freezing out here. And they just agree. No fucking problem. And Annie immediately goes to bed. She's just like, hey, go in here. Whenever you get your shit together, get the fuck out. But she has a 16-year-old daughter named Crystal. They make small talk, and it's really awkward because Connie just acts like he owns the fucking place. Remember, Annie's asleep, and Connie sees Crystal. He's just like, hey, I'm gonna make me a fucking sandwich. You want something to eat? I'm like, dude, the fucking balls on this guy. Like, I envy you so much. And then he snoops around in the bathroom and finds this blonde hair dye and dyes his hair blonde, which I know why he does that. But Crystal walks in the room and he's just sitting there with his hair wet with the hair dye in. And she just kind of makes a joke about it. Like, if this stranger's in my house using up my hair dye, I'm just like, what the fuck is your problem? Are you on the methamphetamines? But they kick it together. They're watching TV, the news comes on, his mugshot pulls up, and he kisses her to distract her. And this scene, I was like, because they go downstairs to her room, and they was about to full-fledged get some I'm just like, you're going to jail for a long, long time. Just keep padding that fucking resume, baby, no problem. And then Nick wakes up. You hear screaming, and it turns out, and it is revealed that Connie broke the wrong motherfucker out of the hospital. And dude, I legit paused this movie because I was laughing so hard. And it wasn't like a joke. It was just like, my fucking God, how stupid could you be? Which, I mean, I get it, but now what the fuck are you gonna do? I just thought, like, that was just fucking crazy. Like, this is wild. Like, what are you gonna do from here, bro? The guy he broke out of the hospital, aka jail, is this guy named Ray. Not me, a different Ray. And there's something about Ray in this movie, I just love his fucking demeanor. Like, he's just like, fuck it, bro, I'm here, I'm not going back to jail. But he's just like, whatever happens, man, fuck it. Let it ride like a threaded ride. He can be shit for brains, but I love his fucking energy at the same time. So we get Ray's backstory. His story is that he was partying with some friends. He had this whole thing of LSD that is in like this fucking Sprite bottle that's worth like tons and tons of money. And Ray was fucked up at this moment. So he was just sitting there at Adventureland at this arcade, just fucking balling out. But the police came in, raided the place, so they had to stash money and they had to stash the bottle of LSD, and they got the fuck out of Dodge. And then Ray's in this like Uber or this taxi. He doesn't have money to pay for it, so he just jumps the fuck out, and that's how he got fucked up and banged up and sent to the hospital. So Connie, Ray, and Crystal hijack the mother's car because she's sleeping, and they go to Adventureland to try to find this money and the LSD. Because if they can't find the money, if they find the LSD, they can sell it for money to get the bail money for Connie's brother, Nick. So they can't find the money, but they do find the LSD. Now they are caught by the security guard, and they whoop the security guard's ass. Anyway, yeah, this part is fucked up because they beat the security guard unconscious, and Ray takes that fucking bottle of LSD and chugs it down his fucking throat. So when he wakes up, this man's gonna be mentally fucked. I'm talking about they're gonna be fucked. Beyond fucked. Oh man. But the police showed up there because the security guard called the police. They're there, but Connie dresses up like the security guard and acts like the other guy was the intruder, which was pretty smart. But what's fucked up is that they arrested Crystal as well. But Connie does have the decency to tell the cops, like, nah, that's not one of them. You can just let her go. But they put her in the backseat and arrest her as well. And just the eye contact between them two, it's fucked up. It's really fucked up the way it went down. That's just the kind of guy Connie is in this film. Like, there's times in this movie where you pull for Connie, and there's times that you just think he's the biggest piece of shit in the fucking world. So after all that, Ray and Connie go to the security guard's house. They got this pit bull there. Luckily, it's blind. They smell the jacket. Ray gets fucked up on alcohol. And that's when Ray just started to get on my nerves. Like, I really liked his character, but at this point, I was just like, dude, shut the fuck up, you get on my nerves. But they make the decision now, since they got the LSD bottle, maybe they try to sell it to get some money towards the bail bond. So Ray calls his man up. The man shows up, but he's like, nah, I ain't got no money with me. I'm gonna go get $15,000. But Connie's like, nah, fuck that. You know, I'm done with y'all. I'm not dealing with y'all. I'll go sell this myself. Because Connie and Ray's been at almost blows at this point. Like, this is a heated situation. So Connie gets away with the drugs, and at this point, Ray tried chasing him down, but he got attacked by the dog. So that gave him enough leadway to get outside. But as soon as Connie makes it outside, the police pull up, and he tries to evade him, but to no avail, he gets caught. He does drop the LSD bottle, and we never know what comes of that. Because Ray calls the other guy, he's like, hey, this guy's being arrested, the bottle's down there, come and get it. But now the police is on the way up to the apartment to arrest Ray. So this dumb, drunk motherfucker tries to Jackie Chan it out the fucking window. They're on like the fucking 10th story. He falls to his death. Splat. Done. Game over. Wasted. You died. And the best shot of the movie to me is when Connie is in the car, and it is so well acted because you're not sure if he's accepting his fate or if he's planning his next move. It is a very long, drawn out scene, but everything about this scene, the cinematography, the music really tells the story for you. He didn't have to say anything, and he doesn't say anything. His emotions that tell the story, and I thought it was a beautiful scene. But the very last scene that we get is of Nick, which is now okay. Him and his therapist, along with the grandmother, is walking Nick towards this classroom of this group activity where I guess it's a group of other mentally impaired people. They got this very nice teacher. She's very well mannered, very nice to him. They do like this exercise, like go on the other side of the room if you ever lied, things like that. And Nick eventually does try to take part. And it's at the point in this movie now where the best thing has happened, right? Because Nick idolized his older brother Connie. But Connie was the absolutely worst thing that could really happen to him. And it was just a ride of, it's us against the world, but now it's over. And maybe now Nick knows that this is all for the best and that he has to take steps forward to try to have a better future. And for the most part, Nick really sits in the background in this movie. The movie is about Connie's journey to try to save his brother, but as long as he is with his brother, there is no saving his brother. It's a nice metaphor movie. I'm gonna give this a 7.5 out of 10. I really enjoyed it. I enjoyed the cinematography, the music, Robert Pattinson, the supporting cast. That's gonna do it for this video, guys. Hope you enjoyed. Until next time, I love you all. Adios.